Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at these two Jazwares Halo figures, and this is this one. I mean, the video I'm showing you guys include Spartan Mark 5, B, and then Cat from Noble Team. And here's the back of the box. It shows other figures that are available in this line. Currently, I've only seen the 6-inch line, and there's a 3 3/4 inch, 3.75 inch figure line as well. I have not seen those yet, but maybe they'll look good. I'll give it a whirl when I see them. Alright, and here we have the Mark 5 and Cat outside the packaging. And as far as accessories, here we have everything. The Mark 5 comes with this weapon and also 5 extra hands, and that's it. And then as for Cat, comes with a human head sculpt, but paint job on it is quite bad. You can see there's paint dripping down her forehead there, and then Spartan laser, and then this little weapon, and 4 extra hands. Oh, and Cat also comes with a pistol, which she's holding right now. Well, Cat comes with a lot of stuff, doesn't she? Am I wrong, or no? Yeah. Wait, no, actually, she doesn't come with this this weapon here. This one, I don't know what this one's called. This one belongs to the Spartan 5, which is this guy here. So there we go. This is how it's supposed to be. So let's get a closer look at both of these figures. Like the other Spartan figures, they are really good as far as proportion, but terrible when it comes to weathering. Look at Cat and her thigh. Silver paint all over. It's not even good. The way they painted it, it's actually pretty terrible. And Spartan 5, Mark 5, it's a little bit better because he doesn't have any weathering. Not on the white armor. On the lower legs, yes, they're minimal, so they're okay. But overall, yeah, this one is nicer than Cat. I mean, Cat looks great, but I think the weathering kind of killed it. And here's the backside. Let's take a look at Cat first. Again, way too much silver brush strokes. They're all over the place, and they're not nice. They're not done well. They're done very, very poorly. Spartan Mark 5 were much better because no weathering. Alright, so here's Cat. Articulation wise, head is on the ball joint, and there's quite a bit of range of motion. She could definitely look up quite a bit, and then look down quite a bit. So that's good. Sideways, left to right a little bit, not too much. Arms on ball hinge joints, and there's no butterfly joint with that one. This arm has a tiny little bit. You can see it swings back and forth. And range of motion doesn't impede with the range of motion at all because shoulder pads aren't in the way. And then Cat has double jointed elbows right there, and it's kind of weird looking. Same with all the other Spartans. And then this one is a single joint elbow, and then wrists on those hinge joints there. So, and as for the torso, look at that. Super loose. Don't know why. I took it apart. I'm not sure why that is, but it's just way too loose. It's crazy loose. And then lower half, there's a swivel. I'll show you the construction of this later on so you guys can see exactly how this is constructed. And then Cat, look at that. She can go up about 90 degrees, which is nice. Nothing's blocking her from sitting down. And then knee bend, double joint, and again, super weird because I believe this piece is just way too big for her skinny legs. And they didn't resculpt this. They might not have resculpted this piece here. Might have been a reuse piece, because why else would there be such a huge gap here? because they could have made this piece a little smaller to fit her proportion a little bit better, because right now there's a huge gap there, just not pleasing to look at. And then ankles on ball hinge joints, and a little pivot left and right. This one's kind of loose on this side here. On this side is a little bit better. They're meant to be ratcheting joints, but somehow there's no tension whatsoever. And then there's also toes articulation right there, right there. So yeah, again, this is really poor, and paint job, weathering, really poor. Just look at that. It's like, what the hell is that? Alright, so here's what cat looks like, somewhat of a deconstructed figure. Head, right there. Ball joint, there's a socket joint back there. And then here's the chest. And you see, there's the head. And then there's that ball joint. And they cut it a little bit further back, so which allows her to look up a little bit more. And then there's down here, you can see there's the ball joint right there. And then it's kind of strange how they did the abdominal section. It's just a piece that goes over this piece here. So this socket joint is attached to the chest there, and then the abdominal section just sits in here in the middle. So here we got the lower part, and then if you want to put it together, you just put it in. And there's the abdominal section, and you pop this back on, then you'll have the chest. So yeah, I can't tell why this is making it super loose. This moves a little bit, but I don't think that's really the case here. It's just how somehow I think it's just this ball and socket joint here. It's just kind of loose. Maybe it's causing it to just run wild when you attach this abdominal section back in. So maybe that's why. So maybe if I put some crazy glue in here and then just toughen out the layered up the ball and socket joint a little bit, maybe that'll help. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it as this. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to me, but it does get annoying at times. And then over here on the side, there's this piece, I believe. Can this one be removed? Let me see. Yep, so it is removable, and then you flip it over, then you have the peg sticking out, then you can add the pistol right there to store it. And here's cat with the human head on. Definitely gonna try to fix that. The forehead. Paint is just bleeding. But it doesn't really look like her from the video game. And here's the Mark V. Articulation, head, somewhat limited. Could look down a little bit more, but not really look up. And then same thing, shoulders, good range because it's not impeded. It's not impeded by the shoulder pad here, which is all the way down here. So bicep swivel, really loose. Elbows really loose. That minimal effort, and I could move this without any issues. And same thing with the wrists. You already seen it from all the other figures. And then that's for the torso. I mean, it's got a little bit of movement here and there. And then as for the legs, they're on ball joint, but this one is somewhat very limited due to the thigh armor, so he cannot sit down. And then as for the legs, good range. This one doesn't look too bad, but you can still see it's a giant piece that's sticking out right here. And this the ankles hinge there, then pivot left and right. Toes really loose. Look at this guy. Both of them are loose too. Look at that. And here's another look, the two figures together, and I gave the Spartan laser to Mark V, which I consider him as the old Noble 6. And it would have been nice if he came with a jetpack, like in the trailer, the live-action trailer for Halo Reach. That would have been cool. But yeah, there they are. These guys can set you back about $20. Are they worth $20? Yes. But are they amazing? No. If you're annoyed by loose joints, then you're gonna be annoyed by these figures. If you're annoyed by the weathering, then you're gonna be annoyed by these figures. If you're okay with those issues, then you're gonna like it. You're gonna love these figures. But yeah, to me, articulation wise, they're okay. No dynamic poses or anything like that. They're just average. Weathering, again, it's very poor for Cat, and loose joints all over. Just inconsistency throughout. As for the height, he stands about 6.5 inches. Same with Cat, 6.5 inches. And yeah, so they fit in with your 6-inch figures quite nicely. Let me show you. Here's a comparison with other figures. There's the McFarlane Halo figures, and of course those are much shorter because those are 5-inch figures. And we have Wolverine on the right side there. It's a Marvel Legends. So it fits in with your 1/12 scale quite nicely because Spartan are supposed to be a little bit taller, so I believe that fits in quite nicely. So yeah, and this one, the Mark V, has a mirror chrome finish visor, which is nice. Cat does not, and the arm is just silver paint. Yeah, so there you have it. $20 each. I think they're worth getting, but don't expect too much from them because you are gonna get loose joints with these figures. It's not just a one-off, because someone else has messaged me asking if mine has the same torso loose joints and around the torso, and yes, so that's a issue with this character throughout. So there you go. There's the Jazwares Halo figures. Thanks for watching.